Hello everyone, I'm AloneRacecar and welcome to the show, and today we'll be playing Forza Motorsport 7, or more specifically, a 24-minute race at the Circuit de Sada. Not too bad to celebrate Le Mans weekend, folks. Now, some of you might know this isn't the first time I've done a Le Mans themed video, which is quite understandable because some of you might remember my 2 laps of Le Mans video, which happens to be, as of recording, one of my best performing videos. And some of you might also know this isn't the first time I've done a video where I did 24 minutes of Le Mans. But, however, I've never done a dedicated video where I did do 24 minutes at the Circuit de Sada. So, here we are. And as you probably might notice, we're going to be doing this in the Porsche 919 Hybrid. Okay. Now let's get the racing started, shall we? Okay, here we are with a rolling start now, as we anticipate for battle. Okay, here we go. And we are off! 24 minutes has started, baby! And we try to make our way through the field as we can for those first few turns. We can try to avoid any trouble here. Okay, we survived. At least, as we almost barely survived the last time I did this back in 46. With the 2 laps in the launch video. Alright. And now we're coming up onto the famous Nose Lane Straight. Okay, baby. That moment we can be able to breathe and stretch our vehicle stop speed. Kind of almost rhymes too in a way. I mean, probably doesn't, but it could. If you rhyme it correctly. Or should I say rhythm it correctly. It's all good. Yeah, kind of like the Sebring that I did some time ago. I only got to worry about the guys that I'm racing in red. You know, all like the blue and green guys, they're just going to be doing their own thing. Just only got to worry about the guys in my class. Just like how it is with Le Mans in real life. We might be in third right now, but we still got plenty of race left to catch up to guys ahead. Just gotta be patient, you know, get the slipstream and then if I'm close enough, and try to eye on every kind of move when they're slow, and I can pretty much capitalize on them when I'm quick. And also with like your braking zone can also matter too. Turns where I tend to be pretty quick, or real hard charging. So it might be my opportunity to try to get closer to them where I can, in case if my top speed isn't exactly fast enough. Right there it is. Gotta hang on tight. Oh, riding the curve right there. Now we're already about to complete a lap now. Of course, with this being a timed race, there won't be any laps. It's just all about distance traveled. just like my Sebring video that I did, once the clock reaches 0, that's when the race is over. Or at least as it would be in real life, but once that the time expires, that's when it's your final lap. That's when you can pretty much cross the line to win your race. Okay, this might be a good chance to talk about this race car. The Porsche 919 Hybrid is an LMP race car for Porsche's return to the top flight class in endurance racing. The Porsche 919 is best known for competing in the World Endurance Championship between 2014 and 2017. And during that time, it had won the 24-hour Le Mans 3 times, as well as winning the championship in the years it won Le Mans. Now, this particular one that I'm driving is the 2015 Le Mans Victor that was driven by Earl Bamber, Tandy and Nico Hülkenberg. And that's right, from the F1 fans, the Nico Hülkenberg. The 919 is also powered by a 2-liter twin-turbo V4 engine, but don't be fooled by it, because with its electric motors of it being a hybrid, this car has the capability of having 900 horsepower and 1,100 pound-feet of torque. And with it being all-wheel drive, this thing is a monster for performance. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, almost a monster enough to pretty much beat Audi at Le Mans at the time. Now, of course, mind you, the 919 wasn't the only race car they were to beat Audi at Le Mans, but this was the car that certainly ended the era of Audi's dominance. Okay, let's see if I can concentrate now to beat the guy ahead of me. Ooh. A bit gutsy. I wasn't sure if he was going to hit me, but, glad that I can still look pretty for the pictures. Okay, still got a lot of time left to get the guy ahead of us. Especially if we're coming up to the Porsche curves, I could definitely be to my advantage so you can get closer. Of course, ironically, since I am driving a Porsche. Okay, things kind of made a little bit of difference. Still got plenty of laps and track time left to see if I can, do that more blasting and broccoli and all that, or whatever I was trying to say. Definitely know it's getting closer now. Practically pretty much hear his engine noise from afar. At least that's always a good sign. Alright, back on the Morse lane straight again. Quite quickly. And this is the other Audi that I tried overtaking earlier. He wants that position back. All right. I guess about speaking about Nico Hülkenberg earlier, even if this guy might go down in history as the best F1 driver to never get a podium. I mean, being a winner at the 24-hour Le Mans, that's a big achievement itself. I mean, hey, there's plenty of F1 drivers now and in the past, went to achieve on Le Mans glory. Even if you don't have a good, successful stint in Formula One, I mean, there's plenty of racing opportunities you can to achieve motorsport glory. And hey, same thing with when it comes to NASCAR too. I mean, there's plenty of few other drivers that didn't exactly were successful there, but found success in other forms of motorsport. Okay, back to Formula One. I mean, take Antonio Giovinazzi, or the Italian Jesus is what people call him. I mean, sure, he wasn't exactly successful in Formula One, but he went on to become a 24-hour Le Mans winner. But yeah, as for good old Nico himself, I mean, sure, as of making this video, he's still racing in Formula One. But hey, even if he doesn't get his podium, he still has his Le Mans win. I just scraped the wall right there. You can see a scratch on me, but again, we'll take a look at that on the replay. Yeah, as for Le Mans, I mean, I don't think there's any other better endurance race or just auto race in general that has it's prestigious as the 24 Hours of Le Mans. With almost like 100 years of the history, it is pretty much the ultimate test of man and machine, especially when it comes to reliability, endurance, stamina, pretty much you name it, whatever comes to auto racing. All that is basically summarized with here at the 24 Hour Le Mans. Basically the endurance of endurance racing, And as you probably may know from my Triple Crown video, it is one of the 3 parts of the Triple Crown of endurance racing. Yeah, and also the 24-hour Le Mans is also part of the Triple Crown of Motorsports. Alongside the Monaco Grand Prix and the Indy 500. 3 of the most prestigious races a race driver can win. I mean, at least it's unofficial, but yeah, it is kind of possible for one race driver to actively achieve. Also, as for a little bit of personal history, I actually, first heard about, or should I say, I was one of those people who first heard about the 24-hour Le Mans thanks to a game called Race Driver Grid. And sure, I was a little weirded out at first, but over time, I actually sort of fell in love with the idea how a race could theoretically go for about an entire day. And just to see how both drivers and cars racing non-stop for full-on 24 hours is just so fascinating. And yeah, the more I learned about it, especially with like the drivers and the cars and all the moments that made the race what it is, both good and bad, I just pretty much fell in love with it since. Yeah. And I know this may seem a lot coming from a small-time YouTuber like myself, but I eventually do see myself racing there one day if there is a chance in my life to get that opportunity. And I still see, plenty of drivers who are in like their 40s and 50s that are racing there in real life, so at least I still have a chance, while I still have youth and health and all that. I feel like that no matter what kind of race car driver you are, I mean, being able to chance to get to race at 24-hour Le Mans is a huge, like, privilege and opportunity all by itself. Rather if you just, like, whether you either win, get the podium, or just survive 24 hours, I mean, that's a pretty big accomplishment by itself. But of course, achieving podium and wins just makes it a lot more sweeter, you know? Okay, let's see if we can get the guy now. For those of you that played racing games long enough to know, this is what I was talking about, Race Driver Grid. I think that after every like 4 championships or events that you do, you get the chance to race, the 24 hours of Le Mans, or at least sort of like a sped up 24 minutes race, like what I'm doing in this video. It gives you a chance to build yourself some big bucks and reputation as well. Build yourself some new cars and all that. Your career mode. And yeah, of course, obviously it's not the only like racing game. There's plenty of other racing games that did that you get to do like 24-hour Le Mans, like obviously in Project Cars has a 24-hour Le Mans mode, and obviously you can do like little replica like what you can do in Forza. It's also pretty much further my cemented of why I pretty much love this auto race, since it is like my personal favorite auto race and one I could actually see myself doing if I were a racing driver. Of course, that is only if I ever get the chance in my life to do so. To be patient. We will get the guy ahead, but I just want to be as patient with him as I can. I'm going to try to make my move. And stay locked and loaded on each turn, each shift, each braking point. I'm not sure you heard that, but my furnace is turning on. But if you don't, that's okay. I can only hear from my point of view. Okay, about 7 minutes left. I still got time. Getting close. Pretty much overtaken any moment now. Until then, I guess I'm just gonna have to ride on this slipstream. Bumper on that one. No, I want to try to race clean. At least the best I can. Okay, gotta go for the attack here. Yes, no, maybe so. Probably not. You got me on that one. Closure there. We'll win this time. Doesn't look too bad. Nothing too significant. And besides, I mean, sometimes after a big endurance race, you know, it kind of makes sense if the car looks like it has been through shit. All the dirt, scratches, just like the real thing. Yeah, even, you know, I even watched 24 Hours of Le Mans myself, and yeah, it is kind of funny to see how, like, all the cars at the end of the race all, like, dirtied up and all that, especially when they come in for the pits at nighttime, when they're, like, you know, like, they change drivers and wash their windows and all that, and you see all, like, the dirt covered up in the front bumper and the headlights. That's another thing too, like in other racing games where they have like the, you know, the day and nighttime shift too. Now they can't really do that here in this particular game, but yeah, it's all about the entertainment, you know, and the celebration of Le Mans weekend. Okay. I'm going to try to see if I can concentrate now. See if I can take the lead. Yeah, my apologies if I haven't sounded very talkative. I just want to try to stay focused and concentrate on making a position. Of course, with being a more longer race, I mean, you know, makes a very long stretch when it comes to commentates. Got him. We are now leading the race. 24 minutes of Le Mans. Alright, now it's our responsibility to pretty much hold on to the lead now for the remainder of our time. Crunch time now. Final 2 minutes of the race. That's pretty much when the music, you know, begins. And hey, for those who know about that, you know what I mean by that. The point of the race where, you know, everything counts now. You really gotta put your best foot forward. Alright, coming up onto the Muslim Straight, and now the final minute. Let's go. Okay. Go off the tail lights. Still in the lead now. That's still in the lead now. And time is up, and that's the race. Time's up, hands up. Or should I say fists in the air, because we won, baby. P1. Wow. Never get tired of a good solid 24-minute race at Le Mans. Alright fellas, from a race like this, I think it's only fair to treat ourselves with some action shots from the race replay. Alright, hope those action shots were pretty cool. And that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. Just like the same Le Mans video that I made a year ago, hopefully this sets mood for you for the 24 hours of Le Mans. And even if you end up not watching it or somehow missed it, I hope that this video gives you a good thrill because that's what it's all about. But anyways, guys, I've done my part. This was AloneRacecar, and I'll see you in another one.